Message from Cornerstone, Priority 1.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Saria, also known as Dinosaur Planet. I am here today with a long-awaited update on my Star Fox Event Horizon voice acting audition dub series. This update has been several months in the making, and my plans for Phase 2 and onward have changed since the latest major update to the game was released a few months ago. Instead of just doing Phase 2, I'm doing more than Phase 2. And my approach to the game and my series has changed going forward since I released Dub 6 to end Phase 1. It was then that I said there was going to be a Phase 2 and then nothing after it. But instead of doing all the early stuff, I am now doing stuff that's actually in the game as it stands to this day. So, in order for me to not make each video such an extended introduction, strap in, fire up those G diffusers, and come along with me. Well there now. Now that we're here, let's dive into my plan for Phases 2 and 3, and perhaps other phases going forward. I have split the game into 3 categories: fully voiced, partially voiced, and not voiced. Allow me to explain. Fully voiced levels are levels where every single line of dialogue for every single character has been recorded by its official voice actor and applied to the game in sync with the comm boxes that appear on screen. The only reason why there would be a need to dub a fully voiced level is just for fun. So, and that's with every single voice replaced by yours. So, no need to dub a fully voiced level. It's not mandatory. Partially voiced levels are levels that have some characters fully voiced, but not all of them. Some voice actors have recorded all of their lines for that level, while others have not. You may, however, hear some official character voices giving non-specific lines of dialogue or persona lines of dialogue that can be triggered by any level at any time, as those were already recorded as well, but they have not recorded their specific lines for each level, and so it is up to the dubber to do that. Partially voiced levels can be dubbed for only for those lines that don't have official dialogue audio yet. Otherwise, it has all the same characteristics as a fully voiced level. So it's partially you, and then you'd be synchronizing with some gaps that have already been filled in a way. And then there are the not voiced levels. Not voiced levels are only conceptually complete, meaning that there are no voices heard in them whatsoever. The only dialogue that you would hear in a not voiced level are those non-specific persona lines that were already recorded, as well as any voice recording that was applied to the game as a sound effect in the background. Those you hear no matter what. Not voiced levels can be dubbed, but you have a different level and pattern of synchronization. The text boxes go faster without some lines being officially recorded, so it can be harder to dub a not voiced level than it would be to dub a partially voiced or fully voiced level. Not voiced levels will be dubbed, but only at a later date yet to be determined, because they're not priority. So now that you know all that, let me just give you the plan here for Phase 2. Phase 2 will focus on the partially voiced levels only. I was originally going to dub all 17 levels of Saria Crisis after the first 2, which were already fully voiced. But now the first 5 levels of Saria Crisis are fully voiced. And most of the levels in order on the Lilac Wars campaign are fully voiced as well. That just leaves 7 partially voiced and 1 or 2 not voiced levels on Lilac Wars. And then Saria Crisis has 3 partially voiced levels. 3. While the rest are not voiced. And so my plan for Phase 2 has changed from 17 dubs to 10. I do not know anything about the Lilac Wars secret level. I tried finding it in the mission simulator and not there. So it really is secret. So we don't know anything about the status of that one. I probably won't know it unless I actually play the campaign from start to finish, which I am not doing anytime soon, let me just tell you. All other Lilac Wars levels before Titania and the first 5 Saria Crisis levels will not be included in Phase 2 because those are all fully voiced. And then Solar is the one definitely not voiced level in Lilac Wars. So Solar, Willow Grove, Discovery Falls, Blackwater Canyon, Moon Mountain, Twilight Marshes, and all levels after Diamond Bay in the Saria Crisis campaign will all not be included either in Phase 2 because those are all not voiced. Okay, now that you know the general plan for Phase 2, let's dive into the specifics, shall we? And I'll play you some official voice lines along the way. Because, like I said, I am syncing my own dialogue for each of these levels with what has already been recorded and processed into the game. So, from where we left off in Dub 6, Krazoa Palace, which I believe is going to be a level in the future Anglar Blitz campaign, we're going back in time to the first partially voiced level of Lilat Wars currently, which is Titania Path A, or Lilat Wars Mission 7A. This will be Dub 7. The official dialogue for Dub 7 that you will hear will come from the legendary Jock Blaney as Bill Gray.
It's been a while since I've been in a tank.
I don't know if you can hear that or not. I'll redo this if I have to. An uncredited voice actor, but probably Eric DiGiovanni based on sound, for the Scrap Jackal.
Fresh scrap for the spire, boys.
And David J.G. Doyle as Lord Titan.
No one just passes through the Jackal's spire.
Dub 8, Titania Path B, will feature Scrap Jackal and Lord Titan as well, but not Bill, since in that level, Bill is replaced in the Landmaster with Fox by Farah. Farah is, however, in Titania Path A, as she is the damsel in distress being saved instead of Slippy, unlike the way Star Fox 64 goes. But I digress. After Dub 8 will be Dub 9, which, after doing missions 7A and 7B, we'll skip to mission 7D, Sector Z, since mission 7C is the not-voiced Solar. Sector Z has official dialogue for the boss of that level, which is Fantron, and he's voiced by Nick Savarese.
I can see you, Star Fox. Can you see me?
I don't know if you can hear his voice. He has this deep, sophisticated voice, and when I first heard it, I just couldn't help but tell the similarities between him and David Scully's voice for Panther Caruso from Star Fox Assault, which the future Aperoid Assault campaign will be based on, by the way, after he finishes this next campaign based on Star Fox 2 called Walker Wars. Dub 10 will go to Bulls, Mission 8A. This has dialogue for Cayman by Spencer Timmons.
Cayman here. No problems.
Lieutenant Wyvern by Eric DiGiovanni.
This is Lieutenant Wyvern to Cornerian Fleet. Back off at once.
And Andros by a Fox in Space Creator-in-Chief, Matthew Gafford, aka Frederick Fox.
McLeod, I see you declined my offer.
Yep. That is one of his lines that were finally applied to the closing of the next level, Mission 8B, Area 6. But I copied and pasted those recordings into the folder for Bulls, because the closings for both of those levels are exactly the same in terms of dialogue, that is. Dub 12 will be Mission 9, Space Armada. Even this already has dialogue for Cayman, Lieutenant Wyvern, those two. And it also has official dialogue for Wolf O'Donnell, also voiced by the legendary Jock Blaney.
Come on, Fox. You're no fun to shoot at when you're silent.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Since I'm now including briefings and debriefings where complete in each of my videos, you will hear one line there, specifically in the briefing for Area 6, from Slippy by Michael Francis.
Before we launch, be sure to check out the new hyper lasers I managed to get working. They pack quite a bit of firepower as long as you don't let them overheat.
Specifically that line that I just played for you. But back to the order. So after dub 12 will be dub 13, which will be the final dub of Lilat Wars on Venom. That's right, the final boss level of Lilat Wars. This is such a big level with such a big midsection in Andross's lair. And that midsection is now fully voiced, while the beginning and end are at least partially voiced. Although the end might not be voiced at all. I don't know. I haven't played the game yet, so... and I don't remember what I saw on the Jetero 6 live stream, so... it'll be a great refresher for me. Anyway, because my voices will only be heard at the beginning of that level and I believe at the end of that level, I am splitting Dub 13 Venom into two videos. Dub 13A will be Venom Main, focusing only on the beginning and end. So that's the one that you will watch if you only want to hear the parts of that level that I have partially voiced. And then if you want to see the full level, including the characters that I have voiced, well, I have not actually done that yet. I have yet to record anything for this. If you want to see the full level of Venom, then you will have to wait for me to release Dub 13B. Then you will hear every single line recorded for this level. Not just for Cayman and for Fox McCloud himself by Kyle Reese-Marsh.
You've got to be kidding me.
But also Andross by Matthew Gafford and James McCloud during the escape from the lair by Alex Ross.
Follow me, Fox.
Uh-huh. So that is my dub list in order for the Lilat Wars part of Phase 2. But wait, there's more. Because after that, I will move on to dubbing the 3 partially voiced levels of Saria Crisis in order. The first of these will be Dub 14, which will be Mission 5B, Thorntail Hollow. This has official dialogue for the Sharpclaw tank driver that you will mostly hear.
Blast them! Blast all those Earthwalkers!
And I can't specifically credit him because none of the credited Sharpclaw voice actors are credited for their specific roles. It's only the bosses in Saria that are credited, along with all the main supporting characters. Well, not all of the supporting characters, but some of them at least. In Thorntail Hollow, you will also hear 2 official lines for Crystal by the legendary Estelle Ellis. So you will hear her say,
"Let me at them!"
just as she does in Mission 2, Warlock Mountain. And then, just like in the next level, Mission 5C, Lightfoot Village, you will hear her say,
"That's Slippy."
or,
"That's Slippy."
But other than that, all crystal lines for Thorntail Hollow will be delivered by yours truly. Lightfoot Village will be the only one of the 3 dubs, that one specifically being dub 15 overall, that will have every single line for Crystal voiced by Estelle Ellis, including her 2 lines in the briefing. And so you will hear her say things like,
"Let me at them!"
well, not that, but definitely this.
"Get ready to strafe a lot."
Let Me At Them is exclusive to Thorntail Hollow and Warlock Mountain, I believe. My bad. But you'll definitely hear her say,
"Get ready to strafe a lot."
among many other lines, in Lightfoot Village. The final dub of Phase 2, and the last one of these 3 dubs, will be dub 16 on Mission 6B, Diamond Bay. This has official dialogue that you will hear for the boss of that level, which is Sir Seahorns, voiced by Michael Francis.
A Cloud Runner? What's a Cloud Runner doing helping these Earthwalker scum?
I mean, listen to that. Talk about range, huh? Soon you will know that I have range. And a whole lot more. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, so that is the Phase 2 dub list. To top all of that, I have even, just the other day, gotten a couple of special guests on board to join me in dubbing these 3 Saria Crisis levels. The first of these is Christopher Brown, aka Brownie, as General Scales, just in Diamond Bay, as that will be, that is one of the levels in the game where Scales makes an appearance, but my other 2 dubbed Saria Crisis levels are not. But one voice that you will hear in all 3 dubs is Lance Colburn, aka Lance Corporal Hawk 30, as Prince Tricky. Yeah, Prince Tricky is one of the 4 main characters in the game. So, well, not in the entire game, but definitely one of the 4 main characters in the Saria Crisis campaign. And yeah, I got him on board as my voice for Tricky. I figured these 2 would be able to do their respective voices better than I can, honestly. But the big reason for me getting both of them on board is as a special thanks. Ooh, hold on, my battery's running low. was I. Oh yeah. This is a special thanks to, not just to Lance, but especially to Brownie, because the three of us voice acted Brownie's personal Digimon story prologue project together late last year, and it just came out at the beginning of this month, January 2026. Lance voiced Harpforge, or Oscar. I voiced Tough Luck, or Jason. And then Brownie took it upon himself to voice Romeo, the Digimon Overlord, towards the end of that audio recording, and provide all the narration for it. It even stars Jennifer Kellums, Brittany Mustard Smith, and Cliché as Gateway, Ribbon, and Primal, although I do not know the respective order for that. Let's see. But yeah, I wanted to return the favor, because us three guys and two of the girls are part of the team at Hyperfrost Productions, which has me cast as Rob64 and Brownie cast as General Scales for the Star Fox content that we will be creating soon. And Lance's voice for Harpforge sounds remarkably similar to the Star Fox Event Horizon official voice for Tricky by Stephen Anthony Gray, aka Toontown, and the original Tricky voice from Star Fox Adventures at Dinosaur Planet by Kevin Bayliss. So I figured, why not bring these two on board and have them record lines for me. If you want to hear the full audio recording of our Digimon story prologue, or see the full premiere mini stream for it on Twitch, you can follow the links down in the description below. Next, I will talk briefly about Phase 3 because there's not much to it. This will be after Phase 2, so I gotta do Phase 2 first before I get to that. And it's good too because Phase 3 will focus only on the not voiced levels after the next major release, depending on which ones become fully voiced and which ones become partially voiced, and which ones are kept as not voiced until an even later release. Phase 3 will be determined at a date currently unknown, but that date will be known after Phase 2 is complete, sometime. So Phase 3 is not important for now, so that I can focus on Phase 2 for the time being. While we're at it, I'd like to shout out all the official voice actors whose persona dialogue you may hear in my videos. So we got Jeremy Smith, aka Jeremy Gaming 22, for Falco Lombardi.
Time for a little dogfight.
Michael Francis for Slippy Toad.
I'm going in!
Stephen Anthony Gray for Peppy Hare, among many other voices in the game.
Keep clear. I'm going after that dang varmint.
But this is the only character he recorded persona lines for. Just like Slippy is the only persona character for Michael Francis. We got Thea Solone for Farrah Phoenix, It's the only Persona character that she has recorded, although she is also in the process of being the voice of Cat Monroe.
Oh, crikey.
We do have Jock Blaney with lines for both Wolf O'Donnell and Bill Gray.
Target is in my sights. Woo! Yippee-ki-yay, baby! That was some nice shooting.
There may be others from Venom in the Lilac Wars campaign as well, but I make no guarantees about that. There's even Persona line recordings in the database for Crystal by Estelle Ellis, like this one.
I see the target. I'm going in.
But I believe those are reserved for Walker Wars and the other future campaigns going forward, since she doesn't get an R-Wing until the end of Saria Crisis. Or not really the end of Saria Crisis, but the events following it for sure. Going into Walker Wars. Finally, I promise I'm almost done. I would like to introduce a bunch of new features that I will be using in my videos, since I did not use them for Phase 1, but have now sought the need to use them in my series. First off, these are actual finalized levels from the game as it stands today, and not very early versions of any given levels from over 10 years ago. Boy, has the game changed since then. I am featuring official dialogue recordings from the game for the first time. I'm going to check before I start recording each dub to see if copying and pasting and plugging in voice recordings from other levels and my own stuff will be picked up by the code of the game and automatically timed. But if that is something that can only be done on the end of the project's creator-in-chief, Chasen, aka Ice Cream Man, then I'll just plug all the recordings into the editing timeline for each video. I'm no longer recording screencasts of Chasen's gameplay test videos for each of these levels in order to focus on actual gameplay by me and record the full experience of each level, including the briefing and debriefing. This will also give me proper cues for the lines that are already recorded. Previously, every female voice in each of my levels, except for Farah and Faye, that I had my friend CJ Campbell record for me, and Miyu, that I had my mom Lori record for me. Other than those three, every female voice in Phase 1 was done by me in natural falsetto. Well, I have decided to change that, since those voices do not sound convincing. So all my lines for Farah in the Lilac Wars levels, Admiral Pala in Sector Z, and Kite in the Saria Crisis levels, as well as all of the non-Estelle lines for Crystal, will be recorded at natural pitch by me onto Audacity before I pitch them up on there and plug those recordings into each video. The only female characters that I will continue to use raw falsetto for are Kat Monroe in Sector Z and Titania Path B, Queen Lunartu, the Earthwalker Queen in Diamond Bay, and the Pointback Mother also in Diamond Bay, because those are lower voices for female personalities. I will be recording some lines separately outside of my video editor, Wondershare Filmora. I will be recording some lines onto Windows Sound Recorder, as I am sending all lines for some characters directly to Chasen for official consideration in the game. And that is because those roles that I am, well, not really auditioning for, because I will be treating each of those recordings like an actual recording session. Those characters, at least to my knowledge, have not been cast yet. But I do know that that Miyu has officially been cast now. I know Farah was officially cast at the beginning of the process back in 2023, I think, to have an Australian accent. And that's why I tried to audition CJ for Yesla instead. But Miyu and Faye have started recording their official lines for Star Fox Event Horizon to be debuted in this next campaign, Walker Wars. And I've been meaning for like a year or so to attempt to join the cast in any way I can. And I think this might finally be the thing to do it. Busy as he is, I think this might convince him. Like I mentioned earlier, I am including mission briefings and debriefings for all these levels for the first time, where they are completed. If a level does not have a completed briefing or debriefing, I'll just skip right past it. Or cut it out entirely. I think that's what I'll actually do. I'll just cut those out entirely if they're not completed. But if there are completed mission briefings and debriefings, which I know some levels, at least, if not all of them, do have those, I will be including them for the first time. Because of this long presentation in terms of the planning, I will be making each introduction for each video significantly shorter, because I'm explaining everything right here. And so thank you so much for bearing with me if you're still here. I promise I'm almost done. And then finally, there's a feature that is, well, it's definitely an update on Chasen's end. Maybe not so much for me, but I am including it anyways. You see, dubs 1 through 6 do not have the official comm boxes, which meant that I had to caption each line by hand and edit that into the timeline for each of those videos. But But now, with the comm boxes officially plugged into each level, I don't have to do that anymore. Which may save me a little time in the editing process. But if you've played previous versions of the game in the past few years and are now playing this version, you may notice a change in the font of the comm boxes. And you may notice a change to like one or two of the talking portraits as well. Especially if you play Twilight Marshes and get to is it Dragontooth or Sawtooth? The Saber-Tooth Tiger from the Razor-Tooth tribe. That's the boss there. You will definitely notice that his talking portrait has been changed to look more convincing than skeletal and evil. Yeah. So but I'm not changing the voice that I have in mind for him. But I digress. This is the end of the video. There's a lot more to come, as you can see. So stay tuned right here on the Connor Stone YouTube channel. Or find me with the handle @ConnorStone Productions for dubs 7 through 16, coming out a bit later this year as I tackle everything else I have to do in my life, which is quite a lot, and then get to these when I can. In the meantime, if you have not done so already, please watch all 6 dubs from Phase 1 so that you can catch up to where I am now. And please heed all of the following instructions to support my channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching this Connor Stone production. If you like what you hear and see, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell to be notified every time I upload, and share this video because I really want my videos to go viral. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, please leave them in the comment section below and I will respond to them as soon as possible. Until the next one, Connor Stone, out.